defense. Lofts it down the field to Sinclair, complete. That's Ogle awaiting the snap. Tosses over the middle, and that's complete for the touchdown to Monty Sinclair. Jet sweep it to Hester, trying to turn corner. Field gets the first down and rips it complete. It'll be Fisher with the catch across the 4. Morris, he's streaking toward the end zone, and he's in for the down. Well, big run. Hit the distance. Give goes to English. The touchdown. Give goes to English. Racing off the left side.
Famous for. So if you're trying to find a pharmacy that just clicks, look no further. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnn.bank. Member FDIC.
The Food Barn in Raglan offers the best in good old-fashioned hometown service when you're shopping for groceries, plus the latest ways to get great food specials your way. Click on RaglanFoodBarn.com. Follow the Food Barn on Facebook and listen to the River for weekly specials.
Where you can get everything you need from down on the farm and it won't cost you a leg or an arm.
And they're open 7 days a week. For the best cuts on quality meats, great service, and great prices, it's the Food Barn in Raglan.
The Calhoun County Commission made up of Red Wills, Dares, and or they're considering banning or County. You'll
Waterproofing Induction brings you our countdown to kickoff here on the FNN school football game. The week brought us a big one here at Barney Hood Stadium, but also as we bring in Jim. Separate from pretenders across the state of Alabama.
No question about it, guys. Big games all around the area tonight. Week 6, we're starting to separate the men from the boys, Coach.
Absolutely.
Well, you look at this first one, Coach, as far as B.B. Comer against Isabella over near Maplesville.
Well, I think that's going to be a tough game, but I think B.B. Comer got that train rolling now, so I think I'm going to lean toward the Comer machine.
I think I'm the same, too. This is a measuring stick contest. Could potentially go deep in the postseason again.
Hey, I'm all over the Comer Tigers, guys. They're about to come out of the South, and they've got a tough outing tonight. With up on the slate this evening, how about this one? I don't know if we should worry about ESPN being there or entertainment tonight.
I don't know. But I think it's going to be a good, Coach Probst, he's full of old tricks there, but I think Oxford may have a little bit too much talent for him. I think them Yellow Jackets going to pull it out at home.
Let's throw in MTV's Two-A-Days Part 2 while we're at it as well for Russ Probst's squad. But Oxford nearly and maybe even should have gotten the win last week at Hartselle and played very well for almost the entire game, and I like them to really roll at home tonight.
Hey, one word for me, Oxford.
Without question.
All right, big game tonight for Pleasant Valley, Coach. They get back into region play after getting spanked by Raglan last week for their first loss of the year, and they've got to turn around and go to Locust Fork tonight, who is unbeaten on the season. Big game for the region. Can the Raiders do anything with Locust Fork tonight?
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't think that they would lose by bigger margin as they did last week. I thought they kind of had it rolling there, but I just think the way Locust Fork is playing now, it's just going to be kind of tough for them to go in there and win. So I'm going with Locust Fork, a close one at home.
Yeah, Locust Fork has only given up 14 points over the last 3 games, playing very well, and Pleasant Valley will be going into a buzzsaw tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so, too, unfortunately for the Raiders. Give the win tonight to Locust Fork. All right, tonight a big game. Wellborn hosts the Speed alert game of the week.
It's going to be that easy. Childersburg got a lot of athletes, and they playing pretty well, but, Jeff Smith's not going to let them come on the hill and kind of take over. So I'm going with Webber on the hill at home.
Weeks they're on a will stay a roll at home.
Yeah, I'm good. The Panthers agreement there. What about this one, Coach?
Hey, a lot of emotion. He geared up, and I think those guys let him know he is. And I know those guys kind of want to prove to him that hey, look at what you left. So I think it's gonna be tough, but it's just hard for me to say. I'm gonna go with Piedmont at home and a close one.
A lot of pressure on Jonathan Miller tonight. I think there will be an incredible sense of urgency for Piedmont. Combine that with a huge region game for them with their playoff chances on the line. I like Piedmont at home.
Yeah, I'm going with the man. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and the man left town.
Hey.
Westbrook Christian tonight, guys. Anniston against the Bulls. Coach.
I think the possibility they can. Whether the wheel a different thing. You think Anniston has a nice team? I just
and I tell you what, that way as we inch the opening coin toss.
Yeah, rolling. Boy, here's another interesting. They don't have a whole lot to shoot.
And you absolutely. Not showing this. I'm with those Blue Devils. They're going and steal.
They're up against a very tough spot. Moody and a lot of road teams take it.
Yeah, I like the Blue Devils as well in this one. Munford at Lincoln, the old rivalry matchup, Coach. They call it the Iron Bowl of East Alabama. What do you think tonight? They say you can throw the records out the books. Munford's had a tough season. Lincoln not a lot better, but these two just don't like one another.
They don't, and I think it's UFC brawl when it comes to these two. But I'm going to lean toward those Golden Bears at home. I think Lincoln will pull it out at home because I think Munford will play them tough for maybe 2-3 quarters, but I think in the end Lincoln will pull it out.
I think Lincoln has some payback on their mind for Munford for what Munford did a season ago, so I like Lincoln at home.
Yeah, give me the Golden Bears as well tonight over the Munford Lions. And that gets us to here where we see the captains coming out for South Leeds Green Wave. Coach, Leeds is a proven commodity. Southside's been a mid-packer, but they're trying to take that step. Tonight they've got to do it against a program that's got multiple state championships in their pocket. They're the defending region champs. They almost beat Ramsey, who won it last year, as we talk about this game as the captains move out to the center of the field.
And that's what's so tough about it. Leeds is actually returning back to the traditional Leeds.
Perez Flooring brings you our captains meeting in coin toss as the captains for these two teams come out to midfield.
Gentlemen, umpire tonight, Mr. Jeff Carnes. Gentlemen, we have good sportsmanship out of both sides tonight. Let's play hard. Have a good football game, guys, okay? Leeds, y'all the visitor. You get the call. What you going to call? Tails. Going to call tails, okay? That right there is heads, and that is tails. Okay? If I drop it, we'll do it again. What's he going to call?
Say tails?
Yeah. Here we go. It is tails. You won the toss. You want to say? You want to kick the scoreboard? You want to finish? Come around here, guys. Leeds, come right over here, guys. Right here. They'll be receiving. Gentlemen, shake hands. Let's have a great game tonight.
So there you see our Perez Flooring and More with referee Jeff Carr emceeing the coin toss duties. Our AHSAA head referee for this evening. Leeds wins the opening coin toss, and they will take the football on the road to begin tonight's pivotal Class 5A Region 6 matchup, as both of these teams undefeated in region play entering the month of October. Southside at 3-0 in the region. Moody and Leeds come in at 2-0 in region play. Lincoln and Springville 1-2 in region play, tied for fourth place. And then St. Clair County and Alexandria 0-2 and 0-3 in region play. As there see the green wave roll on the playing surface here at across the house with the Southside. Southern bank of the come out. Six last season and two winners for region win in class as we
one plank on the hinge on both lines.
And center Taylor weeks ago. The side things we're watching is from here on fans will kick things. And Taylor Gator for Wada. The outside.
Oh, those units.
Ogle over and kicks. And stepping out of bounds, actually, before the ball could go out of bounds, is Leeds, as it was Hall. A miscue mentally that time, so Leeds backed up deep in their own territory. First down and 10 as the first quarter is underway. First quarter brought to you this evening by our friends at Coosa Valley Realty, thanks to Michelle Green. And we'll roll out the Congressman Mike Rogers starting lineup for Leeds, which Connor Nelson will be the starting quarterback, Z.J. Dale the running back, and the receivers Talon Gator, Jalen Felder, and Brooks Ford. Will be the keeper off the right side. Nelson gets some good blocking, and he'll cross the 20 to the 25, 26-yard line as he goes out of bounds for the first iCare Alabama first down of the evening.
And I think they just missed the line on that play. They had a strong left formation with a tight end. You know, you finish in
heavy set to the near side. Give up the middle as they'll be Dale running into Titan Rich, I believe, the linebacker, as he'll go forward for about a couple of yards, maybe 3. Line of scrimmage. Actually, the second effort also on the play gets Dale a few extra yards, so they'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line from the 28, so that's actually going to be a rock-solid 7-yard gain for Dale on first down. Offensive line of Gavin Bolin at left tackle, Sean Hicks the right tackle. Ford in motion. Give goes to Dale. He'll be tripped up and should be right around that iCare Alabama first down. And coming up to make the play is Cooper Horton, the outside linebacker for Southside. So the yardage, a 3-yard gain, is just enough. Dale needed 3 and got 3 for the iCare Alabama first down.
Look like Southside is on a 34 with a cover 2 shell, and just look like they're outnumbered right now. It don't look like they're matching up well with Leeds running a split backfield with a tight end set.
Heavy set to the far side. Keeper for Nelson's. He gets stood up and falls forward for about a yard. That was a hard hit that time, Eddie, as you had, looks like Titan Rich and a couple of others help out on the tackle. Good, solid tackling by Southside that time.
Absolutely. They was on a power set right there, and one of the wing backs passed up there, outside linebacker. And that's one of the key rules, never pass up a guy, because normally when you pass him up, that's the guy that makes the tackle.
Ford the lone setback. Man coming in motion. Nelson rolling. He'll throw down the field, a high lofting throw that's too far and incomplete, intended for Gator, as there's a flag on the play.
A little bit too much air on that ball right there.
So a flag on the play as Brody Burnett was the man in coverage in his cornerback
Nelson
spot. Rolling. He'll throw down the field, a high lofting throw that's too far.
As Gator had a step on his man.
As there's a flag. As the flag will give it a first down, and iCare Alabama first down on a pass interference penalty.
I don't know if he may have held him then, so he couldn't separate right there. You know, you can never tell. It was kind of close, and a little hand play right there, but Fisher did make the call.
A step on it for the lone setback. 4 receivers on the play. Play action. The bubble screen pass is dropped and incomplete.
Oh, we have a perfect setup, too. If he catches that ball, man, he scores a touchdown. They had it blocked perfectly.
Felder, the intended receiver, is looking at the rest of the Leeds starting offensive line presented by Congressman Mike Rogers. You have Carlos Palencia, the right guard, Wilson Beasley, the left guard, and Taylor Pulliam is the starting center, a 3-year starter along that offensive line for Leeds. 2nd and 10. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Opening drive for Leeds. Keeper on the zone read goes to Nelson. Falls forward to about the 45-yard line. So it's going to set up a big third down defensively for Southside. As their defense along the front, you'll have Cameron Flowers and Javante Strong, the defensive ends. Grant Golden, the defensive tackle. Blake Phillips, Cooper Horton, the outside linebackers. Titan Rich and Brayton Flowers are the inside linebackers. Line to reach the 40 for the first down. Southside showing blitz. Play action, trying to set up the screen, and it's too high and almost intercepted. Coming in that time and nearly making the interception was Brody McCutcheon, one of the team captains this evening for Southside.
Well, he threw that one too high. Again, that's the second play. I'm sure maybe game jitters or whatever, but that's the second play. If he had caught that pass, he probably would have walked in the end zone. They had it set up perfectly.
Coming out to punt for Leeds will be Connor Nelson. Boots it to McCutcheon. Fair catch, and makes the catch at the 10-yard line. So Southside will come out on offense as Jordan Bryan, the starting wide receiver this year, actually the last couple of years, takes over the quarterback reins from the injured Gage Neesmith. Caden McMichael, Cody Cooney, and Hunter McNair will be the receivers. Cooper Hood, the tight end, and then an impact player this evening, one of the best running backs in the state in Class 5A, Mason Teague, the running back. There you see Congressman Mike Rogers, Alabama's conservative Republican leader, presenting our starting lineup. Also, Jamin Brown, the left tackle, Reese Thomason, the right tackle, Evan McDonald at right guard, Talon Jenkins, the left guard, and Jake Stewart is the center. 1st and 10 from their own 10. Bryan snap. Teague on the give, up the middle, has room, and breaks over one tackle and gets a very, very good gain on first down of about 7 to the 17-yard line. Second look, Eddie, at that run right up the middle, and that is a very positive play on first down for Mason Teague.
Right, just inside zone right there, and they blocked it well. I mean, those big boys up the south side, boy, they get to moving. It's hard to stop that 250, 300-pound.
Coosa River Realty on our replay. Give goes to Teague, breaks it to the outside, has the first down, and more as he'll go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And so a couple of excellent gains early on for Mason Teague. A 7-yard gain on first down, and then an iCare Alabama first down gain of 11 yards.
Well, they had it. You got the buck sweep. They squeezed it down. The outside linebacker just didn't get up. They pulled both guards right there, so it's just a little,
Southside has not lost since losing their all-time great QB, Gage Neesmith, against Hoax Bluff in just the second week of the season. 1st and 10, their own 29. Delay give up the middle, goes to Teague as he'll get slammed down behind the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard loss. There you see Burge, as well as a couple of other teammates of his, including Joseph Stone, helping out for that dominating tackle. So it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 11 yards to go. A short 11, a long 10, 2nd and long either way from their own 28. 4 minutes played so far in the opening quarter. 3 receivers on the play. McMichael in motion to the near side. Bryan tosses complete to McMichael as he gets hit hard for about a couple of yards that time as Jeremiah Hall from his cornerback spot makes the tackle. Miles Ashford, the other cornerback, both outstanding, experienced corners for Coach Jerry Hood's squad. So we'll take a look at the rest of the defense for Leeds here in a little bit. 3rd down after about a 3-yard gain, about a 3.5-yard gain. So 3rd and 7 from the 31-yard line. The 38, or just a little bit across the 38, is the line to reach for the first down for Southside. 2 receivers far side. McMichael in motion. Delay give to Teague, trying to break it to the outside. Needs one block to turn the corner, and does so. Breaks out of a tackle. He's in the open field, and he will get a big iCare Alabama first down for Southside. A huge impact play that time for an impact player in Mason Teague.
And that's just great effort right there. I mean, he breaks a tackle. He should have been stopped right there. He gets hit right there. You got 2 guys that get him right there, and he still does not make that tackle. And you got to make that tackle.
Looked as if Christian Burge and Will Ford were near Teague, but Mason Teague able to muscle his way out of that tackle around the line of scrimmage and gets the first down all the way to the Leeds 44-yard line, a gain of 25. Pistol set. Teague gets the call, tiptoeing around the sideline, or around the line of scrimmage rather, and he'll get right back to the line of scrimmage for nothing. Joseph Stone in the area of the tackle. We'll take the rest of the look at the Leeds defense. Christian Burge and Kavion Henderson, the defensive ends. Joseph Stone and Nick Davis, the defensive tackles. Will Ford and Josh Lee, the outside linebackers. Miles Jones, the middle linebacker. Safeties of Teakum Fitz and Reese Bittner. Also, Jeremiah Hall and Miles Ashford are your cornerbacks. Second and long. And we'll have motion on the play. It looks as if the offense got an early start.
Offense.
We'll find out from Jeff Carr, our head referee.
Ball start. Here. Play second down.
First penalty of the evening for either team. Leeds was able on their opening drive to get a couple of first downs as they started around the 10-yard line and got a little past midfield before having to punt. And now Southside started also at their own 10-yard line as they advanced it to the 44 initially, but no gain play on first down, and then a 5-yard penalty sets up a 2nd and 15. 2 men shifting. Play clock under 5. Bryant tossing down the near sideline, complete to Cooney. 20, 10, 5, give him 6. Touchdown, Southside. An outstanding throw that time by the former wide receiver Jordan Bryan as he looked like he knew what he was doing on that pass, Eddie, on that 49-yard touchdown pass.
Well, your safety just got caught flat-footed. If you look right there, he just standing there and they run that corner route right there. And he just take a bad angle.
So there you see Cooney diving into the end zone from 49 yards out as Ogle comes out to complete at least the scoring plays for Southside. PAT up, and it is no good off to the right. So the timeout as Southside leads the Leeds Green Wave 6-0. First quarter here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Michelle Green and Coosa River Realty bring you our first quarter. The FNN High School Football Game of the Week also brought to you this week by our friends at Southeastern Utility, as we'll have our second kickoff thanks to Panther Car Wash. And it'll be the second one also thanks to Caleb Ogle for Southside. End over end kick. This will go to the far side. It'll be Gator returning and finding some room, trying to angle toward the middle of the field and gets dropped at the 26-yard line. So that was a very promising drive from Southside as they went 90 yards on their opening drive of the ball game. 1st and 10 coming up, and really taking a look at some of the rest of the Southside defense as the second Leeds drive about to start. You'll have Brody Burnett and Silas Osborne as the corners, and then Brody McCutcheon and Cole Garrett as the safeties. 6-0 lead for Southside. Dale, the running back. Give to Dale. Dances and falls forward for about a couple of yards. Good defense that time by Southside as you have Braden Bowers, the inside linebacker, the junior, on the tackle. Under 6 minutes remaining in the opening quarter, a pivotal region game and a possible statement game tonight, especially for Southside.
I think right now Leeds is just not showing any type of sense of urgency. They won the coin toss and they received the ball first, but it doesn't do any good if you don't do anything with it.
We'll have a little early motion. No whistle blown, however. Keeper goes to Nelson. And he'll dance around, spin around actually, and fall forward across the 31-yard line. So that'll be a gain of a couple of yards. So 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Line to reach the 37 for the first down.
I think they may have missed one on that one. I think the defensive end went across the line of scrimmage. In high school, you can't go across and get back.
Victory Law presents our FNN High School Football Game of the Week each and every week. Big 3rd down early on for the Leeds offense. Ford the lone setback. Play action, pressure, throw, far side, and that is caught by Gator for the first down along the far sideline. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line, so a little cushion that time from Silas Osborne, the cornerback for Southside. And we'll take a second look thanks to Michelle Green and Coosa Valley Realty, as that was a perfect throw and pitch and catch on the 3rd and 5 for about an 8-yard completion in the first down.
Well, it's a great throw, and great route.
Also, I see a flag late on the field at the near side.
Got a false start.
So a false start will move the ball back to the 37-yard line. So apparently Leeds got on the ball very quickly and moved early, so it'll be a first down and 15 to go. So the completion stands on 3rd down. Empty backfield coming up for Leeds. 3-man front for Southside. Keeping as Nelson cuts it up, breaks tackles into the open field and gets the iCare Alabama first down. Crossing midfield and the 45 of Southside, as we'll take another second look thanks to Michelle Green and Coosa River Realty.
They just outnumbered. When you got the quarterback back there and they put a hat on a hat, that safety has to make that play, and if he don't make that play, if he on the wrong side of the field, it's trouble for him.
First down and 10 at the Southside 43. Delay give goes right up the middle to Dale. Doesn't get very much at all. Maybe gets a couple shy of the 40-yard line. So Southside, the last few running plays up the middle, has done a very solid job on the interior of the defensive line, thanks to especially the nose guard Grant Golden and the rest of his teammates. That's a 2-yard gain for Dale. Approaching 3.5 left in the opening quarter. Second and about a little less than 8. Dale up the middle, has good running room, and falls forward shy of the first down. That's going to be about a 7-yard gain, setting up a 3rd down and 1. So Leeds trying to tie it up as a 49-yard connection for Southside between Jordan Bryan and Cody Cooney gives Southside the first points of the night. Late in the first quarter, a huge region game with both of these teams undefeated in region play. 3rd and 1. Nelson. Before that, we've got a flag on the play. And the indication looks like it's going to go on Leeds.
Get a false start.
Jeff Carr indicating the false start. So that'll set the green wave back 5 yards. Line to reach for the first down will be around the Southside 33-yard line.
And they had the perfect play call. I mean, again, they had them outnumbered to the top side of the field over there. And, they just, unfortunate, it's like about three false starts already.
3rd down and about 6. 3 receivers to the near side. Gator in motion. And we'll have a stoppage in play. Looks as if another flag on the play.
Timeout white.
Or check that, a timeout for Leeds, so we'll take the timeout with them as well. Southside 6 and Leeds nothing late in the first quarter here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by Southeastern Utility Services.
That Joe Biden and Hunter Biden were paid $10 million in bribes.
The floodgates are literally open here.
Mike Rogers is standing up to crooked Joe Biden in D.C. Mike Rogers is our way of fighting back.
The FNN High School Football Game of the Week as we take a look at the Leeds Green Wave, one of the historic programs here in this area of Alabama. In fact, throughout the state of Alabama. First playoff appearance came in 1975 and 10 10-win seasons, along with 16 region championships and 4 state championships, and over 560 wins in program history. As we come back to the field, 3rd down and 6. Nelson, empty backfield, rolls, looks, fires, complete but shy or no. It comes out of the hands of the intended receiver in Gator, incomplete. Good closing coverage that time by Brody Burnett, as it'll be a 4th down coming up, and looks as if the Leeds offense remains on the field. So a big 4th down opportunity. Also, remember, Nelson is also the punter for the Green Wave. But Leeds going for it on 4th and 6, and now they'll retreat and bring in the punt team, and now a flag on the play. Looked as if a Southside player inadvertently went offside, and I think that's going to be 5 yards marked off on the Panthers. Jeff Carr will tell us what's exactly going on here in just a minute.
Offsides. Here. 5 yards.
Not sure which of the special teams players.
Offsides. Defense. Should be 4th down.
Yeah, I'm not sure which of the special teams players, Eddie, went offside, but just not exactly a smart play by Southside, as it now turns into a 4th and 1. Leeds was going to punt the ball away, and now their offense is going to come back on the field.
Well, you're probably going to see the original play call that he had earlier, which was a power left. So, you know, they're in a, well, he's on the center right now, so you're probably about to see
Nelson, 4th and 1. Snap, and the keeper for Nelson as he'll get his necessary yardage for the 1st down. Needed 1 and got about 3 on the play as Javonte Strong comes up from his defensive end spot on the tackle for the I Care Alabama 1st down. So solid play that time. Just enough blocking that time on the left side of the offensive line to free Connor Nelson for the 1st down.
Well, you had 2 on the top side, so you had a tight end and you had a slot receiver. So, you know, see, they got him outnumbered up to the boundary up there, so.
Good surge on the left side of the offensive line from Gavin Bolin and Wilson Beasley, the left tackle and left guard respectively, as Nelson carries off the left side for another solid gain to the 25. That'll be a 5-yard gain. A host of Southside Panthers on the tackle.
It's a numbers game for them. You know, they got the numbers. Like right now, they got the numbers at the top of the screen.
Give goes to Dale off the right side. He has room and bowls through a tackler for the 1st down. I Care Alabama 1st down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. So that's the 3rd 1st down from I Care Alabama this drive, and it'll be the first red zone opportunity as well. Quick snap, and it'll be the give going to Dale up the middle. A Law Pools and Patio red zone trip now with a flag on the play. So we'll sort out what the flag is about. Both teams have committed miscues so far in this drive when it comes to penalties.
Dead ball. Okay.
So Jeff Carr at least indicating it's a dead ball penalty, so likely you would think on the offense. Those Leeds sure did get to the line very quickly.
I think they were trying to catch him with too many players on the field.
Oh, personal foul.
Oh, wow. Personal foul penalty. Didn't exactly see what went on that time, Eddie, but that's a big penalty for Leeds. That's not just a garden variety 5-yarder. That's a 15-yard penalty. So what would have been around the 14-yard line, they're going to push the ball back close to the 30, around the 29-yard line. So we'll have a timeout as Miles Holcomb using his first timeout, and we'll take the timeout with him. First quarter here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
The timeout, 1:06 remaining in the opening quarter here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by Southeastern Utility Services this week, and also our first quarter by Coosa River Realty and our friend Michelle Green. Also a big thanks to our longtime friends each and every week, FNN Bank, presenting the FNN High School Football Game of the Week. And there you see service, solutions, and strength. And we're seeing a lot of strength for both of these teams, especially along the line of scrimmage. As Leeds has the football, it'll be a 2nd and 25. That was a post-personal foul, a post-play penalty for Leeds before the timeout. Nelson will take it to the far side. Will fall down, gets tackled inside the 25, about the 24-yard line. The line to reach the first down is all the way just inside the 5-yard line.
And see, they getting them outnumbered. They got, I mean, if they get just a little blocking out of the wide receiver and maybe that slot guy, the play the way coach has it set up, you know, he could actually score on those plays. But this, to me, I don't see the urgency from Leeds right now. I think they just kind of going through the motions, and can't do that against Southside.
Less than 30 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. 3rd and 18. Nelson surveys the defense. Tosses, and that is deflected and could have been intercepted. Very bad read that time as Titan Rich and Cooper Horton in the area for Southside.
It was almost a pick.
We'll take a second look as Nelson gets plenty of time, but throws into traffic that time as it was Cole Garrett on the deflection. As our second look, thanks to Michelle Green and Coosa River Realty.
And that was, I mean, that's just a terrible read. He should have let him clear out a little bit and put a little air on it, and he could have walked in the end zone.
39-yard field goal is off to the left. No good. So for the second time, Leeds does pretty solid on offense between the 20s, but they stall out thanks to a personal foul penalty. And that field goal attempt was well off to the left and had no chance of getting through. 12.3 seconds to go, so Southside gets a reprieve as their defense bends but doesn't break. So the Southside Panthers certainly having things go for them so far, as this is their second offensive drive of the evening. The first one went 90 yards, capped off by Jordan Bryan's 49-yard touchdown pass to Cody Cooney on 2nd and long. Mason Teague also helped that drive with a 25-yard gain on 3rd and 7. Give goes to Teague, sprinting to the outside, reading his blocking, and turns the corner, gets the first down. An I Care Alabama first down, and Mason Teague right now, Eddie, ready to play tonight.
Absolutely. Southside is playing with a more sense of urgency, and they're taking advantage of what they need to do, you know. And
so from around the 20, the gain of 13 yards and a first down for Southside. Clock stops. This will be the final play of the first quarter with just under 5 seconds to go. give to Teague. Gets taken down from behind. And that was a very nice tackle from behind by Kavion Henderson, the Arkansas commit and one of the top defensive players in the country. As we have a little bit of extracurricular activity for both of these teams. Tempers flaring a little bit, but it tells you how much of a hard-fought game this is going to be tonight as we're through one quarter of play here in Southside. It's the Panthers of Southside 6 and the Leeds Green Wave nothing through one quarter of play. Barney Hood Stadium on the campus of Southside High School, and right now it's the Southside Panthers, the underdog tonight, against one of the top 10 teams in the entire state of Alabama in Class 5A in Leeds. Leeds, the region champion in Class 5A Region 6 a season ago, but Leeds right now down 6-0. As we are about to begin the second quarter of play, brought to you by Bluefin Japanese Sushi and Steakhouse, as they have a grand opening, a huge grand opening coming up in the Oxford Exchange this coming Monday. And also, folks, if you're needing a job, they're hiring as well. Southside will now be going to our right in the second 12 minutes of play. Bryan swings it near side. That's incomplete. Led Teague right into the linebacker, Josh Lee. So it'll be a 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Southside Panthers. Southside still their second offensive drive of the night, as they've already pounded out a first down on this drive and were able to get a 49-yard touchdown on their opening drive thanks to the combo of Bryan passing and Cooney on the receiving end. Line to reach for the first down will be the 43, their own for Southside. Leeds showing a 4-man front. McMichael in motion to the near side. Bryan tosses over the middle. That is incomplete, intended for Cooney. Pass a little bit short that time, but in talking with Coach Miles Holcomb, he's really liked Bryan's leadership and also how he does not put the ball into compromising situations as far as passing situations.
But that's it. Either your man can catch it or you throw it away. But you can't win by throwing picks and having turnovers.
Cooney set to punt, and also to receive either Hall or Gator. First punt for Southside. Ogle under pressure, but does get it off. Wobbly punt. That'll get a Southside roll inside the 40. And we'll come to a stop at around the 32-yard line. So the punt will be from the 32 to at least their own for Southside to the Leeds 32. So a 36-yard punt thanks to Caleb Ogle. So Leeds has had a couple of solid drives so far on their first 2 offensive drives of the evening, but they just have not been able to finish drives when they get, especially inside the 40, and they even got into the red zone in their last drive, but had a costly personal foul penalty before a second down play.
Well, they're moving the ball with ease. It's just that they're not, like I said, I think they too relaxed about what they're doing, and it's like.
There's Nelson getting tripped up on a first down play. The tackle made by the linebacker, Braden Bowers. That'll be close to, in fact, will be good enough for the iCare Alabama first down. No huddle for Leeds. Keeper again for Nelson. Gets good running room. Nearly spins out of a tackle and then falls forward around the 49-yard line, his own.
Well, and he had one block right there, but he outran his blocker there. If he waits on that block, that's a big gain right there. And, I just think they're playing too relaxed.
Going tempo again as Leeds as Nelson breaks out of a couple of tackles, and he'll find running room for the first down. over the far sideline and out of bounds that time. That'll be a first down run. I Care Alabama on our first downs. And another first down run thanks to Connor Nelson, the cornerback, who's been very busy in the running game so far this evening.
That's 3 in a row right there, and I think they're trying to wear them down, but, moving the ball and wearing them down really hasn't been an issue. It's just taking care of the ball and executing.
1st and 10. Quick throw to the near side to Felder. Good move that time as he'll get around another tackle, shake and bake around another, and finally gets taken down right in front of us at the 43-yard line. So Jalen Felder made that play very exciting as he got, albeit a modest 4-yard gain for all that effort.
Well, he had one guy to beat, and he made that guy miss, but he didn't get the block from his receiver on the outside. And had he gotten that block, he would have got a bigger gain on that play.
2nd down and a little less than 7. Grayson Ford in motion. It'll be the reverse coming up for Gator as he'll get wrapped up and goes forward with his momentum for about a yard. Well played on that reverse that time as we have, looks like an injured man down for Southside. Cooper Horton a bit shaken up for Southside. Southside has had, obviously, with quarterback Gage Neesmith, a lot of injury issues, significant injury issues. In fact, they had about, I think from what Coach Miles Holcomb told me earlier this week, 9 players that were out last week against Boaz in their 48-45 overtime win. So Horton down, and while he's down, we'll take this injury timeout here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNM Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnm.bank. Member FDIC.
Bluefin Japanese Sushi and Steakhouse brings you our second quarter. Cooper Horton comes off the field for Southside. Nelson keeps and gets taken down right at the line of scrimmage, and maybe his momentum gets him about a half yard that time. That is the best time, Eddie, that Southside has played that quarterback run that time.
Right, they got penetration. They guessed right then. They slanted to the left side, but, Leeds is doing an excellent job on formation. I mean, the formations are, you want formations to give you what you want, and they're doing an excellent job on getting what they want defensively. They're just not taking advantage of it.
So that was a big stop. That was a 3rd down play, so it'll be 4th down as Connor Nelson, a short punt to the far side, and we'll see where the official at the far side marks that out of bounds. That looked like me trying to hit a golf ball out on the first tee at one of the local golf courses.
That was terrible. That was a 4-yard punt from where the line of scrimmage was.
I can only imagine the type of look you would have had in your coaching days at that type of punt, Eddie.
Oh, man. I mean, he did the right thing by holding on to the ball, giving the coverage team time to get down there, but right there is where you kick a line drive and your coverage team can just turn around and field it. You don't want to get a lot of height on that punt right there because you don't have a whole lot of room.
So now at least Southside getting the reprieve not only on the 3rd down stop but on the short punt.
See, I just think Leeds they're giving too much. You can't give away a whole lot and then expect to come out with a win.
Brian rolls under pressure, trying to get out of trouble, and he'll scramble forward to about the line of scrimmage and actually does quite a remarkable job of finding his way back to the line of scrimmage because it appeared that Christian Burge and company were able to get some pressure on Brian, but Brian did not make the mistake that time of forcing into traffic and just ate the football for no gain.
And he did an excellent job on that. He kind of gave him a dead leg on the inside. You had 2 Leeds defenders, and you play inside out on that. The guy on the inside plays the inside, the guy on the outside sets and make him come to him, but he jumped inside, and that's what allowed him to do what he did.
Give to Teague, bounces off the near side, thrown around and dragged out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Linebacker Josh Lee leading the Green Wave that time on the tackle. 3rd down and 9 coming up. Our second quarter brought to you by Bluefin Japanese Sushi and Steakhouse, and I believe said they had the grand opening coming off Monday. It'll be a soft opening coming up, but if you're still in need of a job, they are hiring as far as 4 positions at the restaurant. So big thanks to them for bringing us this second quarter. Under 8 minutes left until halftime. Southside on top, facing a 3rd and long. Brian throws quickly and over everybody, intended for Caden McMichael, incomplete. The man on the coverage was the safety, Reese Bittner.
Kind of running a hook wheel route right there and giving one of the guys a choice. If the safety comes out, he goes in. If the safety stays in, he kind of wheel it up. And they had some success on that play early.
Ogle comes out to punt. Caleb Ogle, that is. And Talon Gator back to receive. Leeds looks as if they want to pressure the punter. Gets some good pressure, but Ogle a very nice high punt as Gator fields at his own 29. And he'll get taken down on excellent special teams coverage by the Southside Panthers.
They almost blocked one of the blockers into the kicker right there. Leeds did a great job. Just a little bit more push, and he might have forced his own teammate to block that punt.
I'll tell you what, though, that tells you how great the concentration was from Caleb Ogle to get that kickoff, and that was one of his, in fact, maybe his best kick of the night.
And there's great coverage on it, too, because they had 3 guys down, even though Leeds were supposed to block them. They had 3 guys right there in front of them, forming a triangle like they're supposed to, and they made the tackle.
Leeds able to move the football tonight, but just bogging down once they get into Southside territory, 1st and 10. Give goes to Dale, and he's not going to get a whole lot. Right about the 30-yard line, original line of scrimmage to 28. So they may spot it just across the 30. That's only about a 2-yard gain. And to tell you what, Southside's defense, when they need to stiffen so far tonight, Eddie, they've been able to do so.
They are absolutely doing it. They just like Leeds can't establish any kind of rhythm, but, I'm wondering how much is Southside affecting that, because – when they do run plays like that, Southside just stuffs them. And, on the plays that should be big gains, they hold them to the minimal gains. Like you said, they bend them, but they're not breaking.
Gator on the jet sweep, cuts it up the field, and runs into a couple of Southside tacklers. And back in making the tackle, Silas Osborne, also Brody McCutcheon helping out on the tackle after about a 2-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. Line to reach of the 1st down is their own 38 for Leeds.
That's great technique right there. Now, if you watch Southside, the inside linebacker held his ground. The cornerback held his ground. So once he turned up in, they did what we call falling off on the tackle, and they fell off and made the tackle. Excellent job.
3rd down. About a long 6. Nelson looks over the defense. Under pressure. Rolls. Looking for help, fires high and incomplete. Intended for the running back, C.J. Dale, as the pressure caused that missed throw incomplete.
And had him wide open, and he just threw it high.
That looked like a Patrick Mahomes type of throw that time for Nelson, trying to throw against his body, and the momentum and the pressure likely caused that incomplete pass. Here's a fake, and Southside reads it, and the Panthers will have excellent field position coming up.
I don't even think he was ready for that play right there. He's looking like I wasn't supposed to get it,
So we'll take a second look here on the replay from Coosa River Realty. And there you see Leeds just unusually disorganized that time. And Southside ready to pounce on that opportunity. And now they have almost a red zone opportunity coming up to start this drive. 1st and 10 at the Leeds 24-yard line. So an opportunity for Leeds to take a 2-score lead.
And I just don't think he was ready for that. I don't think it was even meant to go to him. You know, I'm not sure.
In motion is McMichael. Give to Teague as he'll run right into one of the beef along the defensive line for Leeds. So a tough play that time for Mason Teague, as basically he was met when he got the handoff beyond the 25. So that's about that. They will call it a 1-yard loss.
And I'll tell you something. Now, he was close to getting a penalty right there, because you can't pick a kid up and slam him back to the ground, and he kind of snatched his feet out from under him, and it was close. But, you know, that could have very well been a penalty on the defense right there. You know, it's not WWE. You can't body slam him.
2nd down and 11. Brian awaits the snap. Pressure coming. Brian rolls, looking for help, and now throws, and that's incomplete. Just throwing it away as much as anything, as his intended receiver was Cooney around the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great job. I mean, he saw that rather than take a 20-yard sack, you know, he just got rid of the football, and that's what you do.
Now, the good thing for the Southside offense is that Caleb Ogle does have range. He's made a 43-yard field goal attempt in the season opener against Gunnersville late in the 4th quarter.
Well, he was kicking them from 45 at the beginning in pre-game warm-up, so I watched him, you know, kick about 9, so he definitely has the range.
3rd down and 11. Brian gives to Teague, going off the right side, and looks as if Coach Miles Holcomb playing for that field goal, as that'll gain to about the 22-yard line. So let's see what Miles Holcomb decides to do here.
That's well inside of what he was warming up doing before the game. So,
in fact, here comes Caleb Ogle out to kick. From where they're going to spot that football, this is going to be about a 39-yard field goal attempt, well within his range. Would not be a season long as far as a field goal make this year. 4.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. Southside has maintained their lead since early in the 1st quarter. McMichael to hold, snap, kick on its way. It's up, and it is good. No doubt about it for Caleb Ogle on a 39-yard field goal. We'll take the timeout as Southside cashes in on the Leeds mistake and takes a 9-0 lead.
Plenty leg. He kicked that one over the fence.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
A lot of hard hitting this evening, as both of these teams will need the 99-cent bags of ice from the Grub Mart after this one gets done in about an hour and a half or so. A big thanks to the Grub Mart, longtime friends of ours here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week. And also the 2nd quarter brought to you by Bluefin Japanese Sushi and Steakhouse. Also the Panther Car Wash Kickoff being brought to you by place kicker Caleb Ogle for Southside. Hall and Gator to receive for the Leeds Green Wave. End over end kick. Hall at the 11. Reads his blockers. Now comes to the middle of the field and crosses the 30 to the 32-yard line. So Leeds kind of sleepwalking so far through almost the first half of play as they trail 9-0, but really Southside has been the most aggressive team and really has executed and made much fewer mistakes tonight than has Leeds.
Southside basically has outplayed them thus far, you know what I mean? Just they got more focus, you know, they're more attuned to their game plan, and they're not doing anything spectacular. They just playing fundamental football, and they're doing what they need to do.
And in fact, speaking of mistakes, Jeff Carr tells us that there was a block in the back penalty on the return for Leeds, so that'll move the football back 10 yards from the end of the play, so they'll spot the football right around the 21-yard line. 4 minutes and change left in the opening half. Nelson in the shotgun. Grayson Ford, the H-back, comes in motion. And we'll have another penalty coming up on the Leeds green wave. Look to set the right guard.
Offense. We play first down.
The right guard, thanks to referee Jeff Carr officially indicating the false start. So Leeds slopping their way through the first half so far. That's about 4 penalties on the green wave. A team that has won 4 in a row and also went through the 2022 regular season undefeated. They beat this Southside squad about this time of the year last year, 24-6 down in Leeds. Right now it's Southside having the better end, up 9-0. Grayson Ford comes to a tight end spot. Nelson sprints to the far side, now cuts it up the field and has lots of room, and he'll be wrestled forward just shy of the 30. It was a 1st and 15, and coming up on the tackle that time was Silas Osborne.
And that's a great cut. You're going to see him come around and come up in there on that play. He's going to come up in there and
Good blocking on that right side of the offensive line as well.
Well, they're getting what they want formation-wise. Formation is dictating how they block it, and they're absolutely getting it, but it's just not. They're not capitalizing on it.
Play action, and the throw is deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete. So you had Southside coming in on the blitz, and looked as if Braden Bowers was able to get a paw on it and knock it away incomplete. So 3rd and 3, line to reach to the first down will be the 31-yard line for Leeds. Southside was able to get themselves a 3-and-out on their last defensive outing. Southside playing one of their most inspired games of the season so far this evening.
Well, they're doing an excellent job right now because they basically out playing.
3rd and 3, 2 men shift to the far side for Leeds. Keeper for Nelson, cuts it up and falls forward for the first down. Needed 3 and got a little more than 3, so that's enough for the I Care Alabama first down. Here you see Dr. Mohan as far as I Care Alabama with locations in Piedmont, Heflin, Roanoke, and just down up the street rather from us in Atala. So the chains move, but Leeds getting first downs really hasn't been an issue. It's been sustaining drives as far as getting into the end zone tonight. Keeper on the zone read. Nelson lowers the shoulder and falls forward to about the 37-yard line. Helping out on the tackle, the safety, Brody McCutcheon for Southside. Under 3 minutes left until halftime. Southside in great position right now, trying to get off the field defensively. Nelson under pressure, gets out of a little bit of pressure, and he manages about a couple of yards that time. Not a bad job of maneuvering by Nelson. The blocking broke down. Looked as if Nelson was going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to get himself a couple to set up a 3rd and very manageable. Line to reach to the first down is their own 41.
When you're looking at 2 minutes left, so I mean, they got to try to put some on the board before they go in at halftime. If not, you know, they're going to have to make a lot of adjustments.
Approaching 2 minutes left until halftime. A high snap goes over Nelson's head as he'll now throw, and that's incomplete. Even if caught, would have been a big loss for Felder. So the high snap throws off the play, and Leeds shoots themselves in the foot on this drive again, Eddie. We'll take a second look here, and that's high over the quarterback, and really Nelson just protecting himself, throws at Felder, incomplete.
Well, and it hit him in the hands. I mean, it was head high, so you know, it was well able. I think it was snapped a little hot, but.
We'll have a timeout on the field. Let's take the timeout with them late second quarter here from Southside with the Panthers up 9-0.
At Health Mart, we know you're searching for something more than a pharmacy. You're looking for convenience, so you'll find us close to home with a wide variety of services to meet your needs. You're looking for know-how, so we make sure the advice you need is always in stock. And you're looking for personal attention, something our locally owned pharmacy and friendly staff are famous for. So if you're trying to find a pharmacy that just clicks, look no further. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
At iCare Alabama, our goal is to meet the needs of every patient. Dr. Dwayne Mohan and Dr. Ryan Price always strive for excellent outcomes. We want each patient to get the best vision and medical care possible. At iCare Alabama, we utilize all the latest technological advances to ensure that you receive the best quality eye care. So call for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Piedmont, Heflin, Roanoke, or Atala and see the difference. Most insurance is accepted. Eye Care Alabama. Efficient, effective eye care close to home.
Play about to resume. Coming out of the timeout. Punting time off of the high snap and the incompletion from Connor Nelson as he'll drop back to punt. Caden McMichael to receive. Solid punt by Nelson. McMichael from his own 30. And he's not going to get a whole lot, and he'll just fall forward to the 31-yard line. So still enough time, Eddie, for Southside to try and put together another drive to go 69 yards to try and extend their 9-0 lead. But what do you expect to see from Southside here going into the half?
I think they're going to try to move the ball and at least get inside the 40-yard line where they can get a field goal. I believe they got 2 timeouts left, so, you know, I think they're in great shape right there, and you know they got you know a minute 45 seconds left to go, so they got enough time. You know this 2-minute drill right here.
Teague gets slung around, tries to bring a tackler with him, and somehow is able to go for about a couple of yards. As you had Joseph Stone that time just about bear hug him, but somehow Teague was able to at least drag him for close to 3 yards.
And even if they don't score, they're satisfied because you're looking at a 2-score game. So, you know, 8 points won't win the game for you right there. You know, you gotta score twice, and right now Leeds have not been able to score.
Shotgun snap, and the give goes to Teague, trying to bounce it to the outside. Turns the corner and runs over a defender across the 35 to close to the 37-yard line. It was a 3rd and 8. Line to reach is the 41, so that's going to result in a 3rd and 4 upcoming. Less than a minute to go until halftime.
Yeah.
Also, go ahead.
In my days, this is the hammer-nail situation right here. And right now, Southside is the hammer. Leeds is the nail.
Urban Rustique brings you our FNN High School Football Game of the Week, the all-in-one vendor mart on Highway 78 in Oxford. 3rd down and 4 could be the final snap of the first half. Cole Garrett on the call. First down by iCare Alabama across the 45 to the 46-yard line. So likely Miles Holcomb and the Southside Panthers will be more than content with a 9-0 lead here at home going into the halftime locker room. Still about 15 seconds remaining, but it looks as if that Southside is just going to let the clock run out as we wind our way toward the final seconds of this opening half.
And they just playing smart. They don't want no mistakes. They don't want no negativity going in at halftime, and they want their guys to be pumped up going in and let them know, hey, we got this. You know.
At halftime, as we're trying to see if we can get to Coach Miles Holcomb or not. But a solid first half for Southside. It looks as if that both teams about to head to their locker room. 9-0, the Southside Panthers with the advantage here at Barney Hood Stadium as we'll take the time out and begin our halftime coverage here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
At halftime, Coach Miles Holcomb from Southside with us. And, Coach, a rock-solid first half for your team.
I mean, our kids are playing hard. Credit to them. Coach Hood's got all those kids ready to play like always. I mean, it's always a tough game. We'll see about Mason here in the second half. I mean, obviously he got rolled up right there at the end, so we'll kind of get him back here and evaluate him and see where we are in the second half.
Talk about what you want to see out of your team in the second half.
We just got to finish drives. I mean, we're getting on people. We know it's going to be tough sledding. I mean, obviously we got two good football teams. Our offensive line we feel like is pretty good, and we know how good their defensive line is. And so, it's one of those nights. I mean, this is, we wanted it to be like a playoff football game, and this is kind of what we hoped it would be. I mean, it's going to be tough, physical. We know what people's going to try to do to us, and we're still going to just do what we do. So, we'll see if we can find a way to pull it out in the second half.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Coach Miles Holcomb from the Southside Panthers with us as Southside takes a 9-0 lead at halftime. We'll go ahead and let's take a break here. Halftime coming up, our coverage and more coming up here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
That Joe Biden and Hunter Biden were paid $10 million in bribes.
The floodgates are literally open here.
Mike Rogers is standing up to crooked Joe Biden in D.C. Mike Rogers is our way of fighting back.
Located in Alexandria, Alabama, Ron's Barbecue is now back open 10 to 8 Wednesday through Sunday. A local family-owned and operated business, Ron's is providing slow-smoked ribs, barbecue chicken, and more. Known for the huge buffalo chicken tenders and the delicious smash burger, Ron's is perfect for the family night out or a lunchtime meeting. Come on out and try Calhoun County's newest local barbecue restaurant.
The FNN High School football game of the week has arrived at halftime. Here at Barney Hood Stadium on the campus of Southside High School, the Leeds Marching Band performing at halftime. Our halftime coverage presented as always by the Calhoun County Commission. Halftime coverage brought to you by the Calhoun County Commission. Time to pay some bills, and we'll have more of our halftime coverage here at Southside High School on the FNN High School football game of the week.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnn.bank. Member FDIC.
At Health Mart, we know you're searching for something more than a pharmacy. You're looking for convenience, so you'll find us close to home with a wide variety of services to meet your needs. You're looking for know-how, so we make sure the advice you need is always in stock. And you're looking for personal attention, something our locally owned pharmacy and friendly staff are famous for. So if you're trying to find a pharmacy that just clicks, look no further. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
At iCare Alabama, our goal is to meet the needs of every patient. Dr. Dwayne Mohan and Dr. Ryan Price always strive for excellent outcomes. We want each patient to get the best vision and medical care possible. At iCare Alabama, we utilize all the latest technological advances to ensure that you receive the best quality eye care. So call for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Piedmont, Heflin, Roanoke, or Atala and see the difference. Most insurance is accepted. Eye Care Alabama. Efficient, effective eye care close to home.
At halftime from Barney Hood Stadium on the campus of Southside High School, Southside 9 and Leeds nothing. Our halftime coverage presented to you by the Calhoun County Commission, who invites you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. And the Southside Marching Band presents to us what they have to offer here at halftime. by the Southside Marching Band as we'll take this halftime break. Our halftime coverage brought to you by the Calhoun County Commission.
It's game day, and from all of us at Bucks Island,
from the Loft Tackle Store,
from the team in service,
from the team in parks,
from the sales team,
from the Bucks Island family. Good luck and go get 'em, boys.
Treating our customers the way we want to be treated since 1948. BucksIsland.com or call 1-800-I'm-READY. Let our team help you win on the water.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
At halftime here at Barney Hood Stadium on the campus of Southside High School, our FNN High School football game of the week, brought to you this evening by Southeastern Utility Services. As the Southside Panthers have had an inspired effort, especially defensively in the first half, outscoring Leeds 9-0, a 49-yard touchdown pass from Brian Takuni and a 39-yard field goal by Ogle in the second quarter. As we'll take a look at some of the top 10 rankings across the state of Alabama, and Central Phoenix City leading the way in Class 7A with an undefeated Mark Thompson, even though they had a loss last Thursday to Clay Chalkville, still right behind Central Phoenix City for at least the number 2 spot. Is in Class 6A, Saraland at number 1, Clay Chalkville at number 2, and then Oxford in the top 10 rankings this week at number 9. Class 5A, the Leeds Green Wave come in at number 6, but Southside giving them more than a handful so far this evening. And Leeds' rival Moody, who we'll be seeing in a couple of weeks for our Battle of the Belt, right just ahead of Leeds at number 5. And then Class 4A, Cherokee County, the number 2 team in the state, as they've been for practically the entire season, behind Andalusia, who's at number 1. Jacksonville, Jim Ogle and company at number 7 this week in the state. Class 3A, and you look at teams around at least this area of Alabama, Sylvania and Geraldine, rock solid starts at 4-1, 8-9 for Sylvania and Geraldine respectively in Class 3A. So we'll look at the Class 2A rankings as B.B. Comer coming in undefeated and atop the state with 13 out of the almost 20 first place votes, as we're about ready to get things started here in the second half. So Leeds was able to win the toss, but they chose to receive. So it'll be Southside receiving, as it'll be, looks like Mason Teague, who was banged up late in the second quarter. Looks as if he's good to go, as he'll be one of the returners. Also, Cade McMichael. Also, Cole Garrett has gotten some receiving honors so far this season. But it'll be McMichael as well as Teague to receive. Avery Langford, the kickoff specialist. End-over-end kick, a little short kick that time. They fielded at the 31-yard line, and a fair catch called by one of the upmen for Southside. So 1st and 10 coming up. What are your keys, both teams, in the second half, Eddie?
Not Southside, I'm sorry, Leeds, because Southside just basically outplayed them. And Southside, to me, it looked like Southside is a little bit more focused right now than Leeds are, and I think Leeds going to have to turn it up. They're going to have to get some kind of urgency and make some kind of big hit or some kind of big play,
It'll be Mason Teague along with Jordan Bryan and the rest of the Southside offense rolling onto the field. 1st down and 10 from about their own 32-yard line. Give goes to Teague, bouncing to the near side, and he'll get taken down for a loss of a couple. Very solid job by the defense for Leeds of stringing that play out as Jeremiah Hall finishes off the play with the TFL.
And I hate to be nitpicky again, but Joshua Lee had him in the backfield right there for an even bigger loss, and he just missed a tackle. And, I don't think they're going to be able to do that for another quarter, so I don't think they're going to be disappointed tonight.
2nd and 11. McMichael and Cooney go to the far side. Play clock at 10. Rolling to the far side. Bryant chunks it down the field, and that's incomplete, intended for Cooney. And also, as far as our FNN high school football game of the week, when it comes to our festivities, as far as the game atmosphere, wherever we go as part of that FNN high school game of the week, it is the Bama Sheds ball toss. Be sure to show up and get a 10% discount as far as getting one of those yellow balls at the game wherever we come to. A big thanks to Bama Sheds for sponsoring the ball toss each and every week. 3rd and 11 after the incompletion. Give goes to Teague, and he'll just manage to get a yard as he wrestles through the line of scrimmage. As there's Kavion Henderson helping out on the back end of the play. And a couple of his other teammates helped to finish off the tackle. So a 3 and out, a good start for the Leeds Green Wave. Their defense does its job, and now the offense will need to try and find some rhythm after they got about 6 or 7 first downs in the first half, but just weren't able to finish drives throughout the first half. Receiving will be Gator, standing at his own 35. Ogle to punt. A wobbly side-winding punt. That's going to get a Southside roll. A great Southside roll, in fact, to the 25 of Leeds. Punt of 43 yards with no return for Caleb Ogle. And so the Leeds Green Wave will march out onto the field for their first time in the third quarter. Our FNN high school football game of the week by every law. Drive of the quarter for Leeds, and our quarter brought to you by Super B Pharmacy, your health pharmacy in Southside. And there's our folks at Victory Law LLC joining our FNN family this season. The forward pitch that time goes to Dale, and he'll go forward outside the 35 to the 36-yard line. Check that. Actually, the wide receiver, Gator, getting the pitch that time and advances it upfield. And that's going to be enough for the first down presented by iCare Alabama. So Leeds off to a solid start offensively. Southside was able to pitch a shutout in the first half. Had one of their best, if not their best, half of football defensively this season. Play clock hasn't yet started, and now the ball being blown into play. Nelson in the shotgun has run the ball a lot this evening. Taking his time calling the signal. Gives off to Dale off the right side. Big running room, and that will get the first down officially for iCare Alabama. Prior gain for Gator was of about 8 yards, so no worries on that first down iCare Alabama carry for ZJ Dale.
It's a great run, but again, I'm going to have to be convinced when they punch one in the end zone because, they did this for a whole half, but then we got down and they would boggle down, so.
Dale off the right side, stood up that time at the line of scrimmage and goes forward for about a yard. You had Titan Rich, one of the linebackers, the inside linebacker, also McCutcheon, Strong, and a couple others helping out on the tackle for Southside. Good pursuit and good gang tackling that time by the Panthers defensively. So we're already under 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Southside scoring all 9 of the points so far this evening. Second and long for Leeds. Stack receivers to the near side. Keeper Nelson off the right side and falls forward for the first down. Flag on the play, however, and looks as if Eddie, that's going to come on back.
I believe so.
We'll find out from Jeff Carr, our head referee. A holding call on Leeds. And right now, Eddie, that has been the story for the Green Wave. Two steps forward and 1 step back for the visiting team offensively this evening. So instead of a first down run, it's going to mean a second down and 18 back at their own 37-yard line for Leeds. Leeds has not thrown the ball a lot. They've thrown the ball downfield early on one time this evening, but not a lot of passing overall. Nelson, screen pass near side complete to Dale, but Southside reads it very well to contain that gain.
And see, that's just terrible blocking right there. I mean, he ran through 3 guys. If you look, he ran through 3 guys right there to make the play.
So the tackle by Blake Phillips, the outside linebacker, as the second look brought to you by Coosa River Realty and Michelle Green. Third down and 13, line to reach the Southside 47 for the first down. Empty backfield. Nelson rolls, looks, under pressure, fires behind his receiver, incomplete. Dale wide open for a first down, but the throw behind him incomplete.
Had him wide open. I mean, clearly he was wide open. If you look, I'll stop it right here. Boom, I mean, he's wide open right there, and it just, yeah.
And before the snap, we've got another flag on the play at the far side. Jeff Carr to tell us. Calling an offside, false start. Either way, it's on the Leeds Green Wave. So right now, Leeds in some trouble, even though they're only down 9-0, but it feels as if the way they're playing, they're down by a lot more.
Well, and it started weighing on you mentally right now. From what I'm seeing is that it's just,
McMichael lets it go out of bounds at the 20-yard line. But, yeah, you look at the mental game right now, it just looks as if, at least mentally, Leeds right now is playing a bit lethargic out there.
Yeah, they just look like they're not into it. I mean, I don't know what's going through their mind. But after halftime, normally you make adjustments and you come out and you see a different team. And I see the same kind of play they had the first half.
Also give credit to how well the Southside defense has been able to play.
You are correct. You are correct. Offensively and defensively, Southside is executing.
Brian awaits the snap in the shotgun. First and 10 from their own 20. Give goes to Teague. Rolls to the near side, and he's slung around and flags on the play.
Face mask.
That's a killer penalty because that would have been a 4-yard loss and a tackle for Josh Lee instead. That's going to be a 15-yard face mask.
That is mental again. That's totally mental.
I cannot imagine, Eddie, how that halftime locker room was for Coach Jerry Hood in the Leeds Green Wave. So a 15-yard penalty is going to gift the Southside Panthers a first down. So right now, Southside is a whole almost a quarter and a half from picking up almost a program-changing win in a lot of ways for Coach Miles Holcomb.
It's like they taking turns, making mistakes, like.
Give to Garrett, and he runs into a stone wall that time. Kavion Henderson, as well as the rest of the defensive line for Leeds. So that's going to maybe lose about a half yard that time. Second down and long. They'll say no gain officially. So second down and 10, third quarter, presented by Super B Pharmacy. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And right now, Southside playing very much mistake-free football, especially offensively. No turnovers to their offense so far. Delay give goes to Teague. Off the left tackle. Buries his head, drags tacklers with him, and gets close to the iCare Alabama first down. Determined running that time by Mason Teague. We'll take that second look as he buries his head into the line, and he'll drag tacklers for him on that Coosa River Realty second look. And close to an iCare Alabama first down, but about a yard shy.
That's that effort, though. Contact is made at the line of scrimmage, and then he carries you for about 9 yards.
So third down and about a baby step. And early movement. Let's see who moved first. You had Henderson. Looked as if he might have moved first, but we'll find out soon enough from Jeff Carr, our referee. Henderson went on the snap count just a second too early. And now with another iCare Alabama first down on penalty, the Southside faithful starting to make their presence felt a little more as we get deeper in this game. Football right at midfield relative to the nose of the ball. McMichael to the near side. Bryan under pressure and falls down back at the 39-yard line. Looked as if just tripped on somebody's leg as Bryan falls down. Does not lose the football, however, but it'll be a second and long.
Like the turf monster got him then.
I think you might be right on that one as well. Either way, it's a 6-yard loss just inside their own 40. Or rather, actually further than that, a 10-yard loss.
And I actually believe they were setting him up for a screen pass then, but he actually slipped down, and they would have had it because Leeds had a tremendous rush on right there.
Joshua Peoples into the ball game at tight end. And we'll have whistles and a flag on the play. So before the flag, we'll have a timeout on the field, and we're going to take the timeout with them here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNM Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnm.bank. Member FDIC.
Located in Alexandria, Alabama, Ron's Barbecue is now back open 10 to 8 Wednesday through Sunday. A local family-owned and operated business, Ron's is providing slow-smoked ribs, barbecue chicken, and more. Known for the huge buffalo chicken tenders and the delicious smash burger, Ron's is perfect for the family night out or a lunchtime meeting. Come on out and try Calhoun County's newest local barbecue restaurant.
Super B Pharmacy brings you our third quarter. 4:25 remaining in the third quarter. A second and 20 for Southside. Bryan all alone in the shotgun. He'll toss it underneath to McMichael, complete, breaks out of a couple tackles, loses the football, and I believe Southside does get on top of it. So Leeds almost got the break that they needed, but Southside able to get on that football before Leeds did. We'll take a second look. A little eye candy as McMichael takes the reception, but the forced fumble that time by Will Ford. However, it was McMichael recovering his own fumble.
Probably should have been a pick six, too. I think the outside linebacker was just running. He didn't pick up receivers and go inside them. He actually was running behind them trying to get to the outside instead of counting the receivers. And
that's going to net a 7-yard gain. 3rd and 13. Line to reach the 40 for the first down. Give to Teague up the middle. And he'll run into one tackle and fall forward to midfield. So looks as if Miles Holcomb is trusting his defense as Josh Lee, the linebacker, comes up on the tackle for Leeds. So Southside playing to their defense right now as they'll punt it away at midfield, and Caleb Ogle, who's had a solid night punting, comes back out for his 3rd punt of this Friday evening. Possibly a statement game for not only this year but as a program for Southside, trying to take the next step up as they're 3-0 in region play coming into tonight.
Well, they're doing a good job right now.
Talon Gator receiving for Leeds. Caleb Ogle to punt. A spiraling punt. A good one, as that'll be fielded and dumped immediately is Talon Gators. Caleb McMichael comes up for the special teams tackle for Southside. Second look as Gators concentrating on the ball, but also concentrating on the ball carrier was Caleb McMichael for Southside.
Looked like that was close to a face mask right there.
I think it may have also looked like from the naked eye to me that Gator almost dropped the football as well on that punt. So for Southside, however, they'll back up the Leeds Green Wave at their own 15-yard line, playing some field position. Nelson awaits the snap. It'll be the keeper for Nelson off the left side, zigzagging around the defense and gets tackled at the 21-yard line. Solid gain that time for Connor Nelson, who's done most of his work on the ground from the quarterback spot. Hasn't had a whole lot of throws, but if Southside cannot get on the scoreboard here fairly soon, Leeds is going to have to depend more on Connor Nelson's arm as this game goes along.
Yeah, I think if they don't get on the board this time, they're going to be in trouble right here.
Nelson looking to throw. Under pressure, rolls, zips it, and just throws it away. Incomplete. Excellent defense on the back end that time for Southside. As we're going to have a Southside substitution, Micah Hill, the junior, 6'1", 220, checks in. It's going to be a 3rd down and 4, line to reach the 25, their own, for a Leeds first down. Now, Southside has had a couple of 3-and-outs this evening, but they have definitely done an outstanding job of limiting the big play from the Leeds offense. Nelson needing to get his team the first down.
Well, he's probably going to run a quarterback.
And he'll do so. Needs a 25 and taken down about the 23-yard line. Titan Rich helping out on the play. One of the impact players, according to Coach Miles Holcomb for Southside, does his job, gets the tackle, and punting time now for Leeds. The Southside defensive line holding their own as we've got a player down for Southside. It's like a player down on the special teams unit at around the 37-yard line. And hopefully he's okay. They're going to check on him. And let's go ahead and take this quick timeout here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
That Joe Biden and Hunter Biden were paid $10 million in bribes.
The floodgates are literally open here.
Mike Rogers is standing up to crooked Joe Biden in D.C. Mike Rogers is our way of fighting back.
At Health Mart, we know you're searching for something more than a pharmacy. You're looking for convenience, so you'll find us close to home with a wide variety of services to meet your needs. You're looking for know-how, so we make sure the advice you need is always in stock. And you're looking for personal attention, something our locally owned pharmacy and friendly staff are famous for. So if you're trying to find a pharmacy that just clicks, look no further. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Punting time for Nelson as the fair catch by Caleb McMichael at his own 40-yard line. Silas Osborne, by the way, the injured man, goes off the field after the timeout for Southside. Leeds and Southside, our FNN High School football game of the week this week, and our game of the week, as always, every week, brought to you in part by FNN Bank. Now the Southside Panthers trying to cash in on some solid field position. They'll start from their own 40-yard line. They punted from their own 50, so at least holding their own in this field position battle. 1:28 remaining in the third quarter. Super B Pharmacy bringing you our third quarter. Give to Teague up the middle, and he's going to run right into that talented defensive line. Once again, Kavion Henderson helping out on the tackle for Leeds. And next year, if things stay true to form for Henderson, he'll be going up to Northwest Arkansas and putting on an Arkansas Razorback uniform. A type of defensive rusher as far as quick, great hands that Coach Sam Pittman and the Razorbacks looking for as far as taking the Razorback program to the next level. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Cooney stops in motion. Bryan throws, lofts it down the field, incomplete. Into double coverage, Jeremiah Hall, one of those two on the coverage. Also for Leeds, Tycom Fitz, the safety on the coverage.
They had great coverage right there, but hey, I'm a little bit greedy. If you look right there, you see two guys. You need one of them in front, one behind, and I think you get a pick there. You know, when you're throwing the double coverage like that, you got to make them pay.
Coosa River Realty with our second look, thanks to Michelle Green. So third down, 10 yards to go, line to reach the 50 for the first down. Peoples in motion. Bryan under pressure, zips it over the middle, and that's incomplete. The Southside sideline gets a late flag. It took a little bit of time, but Coach Miles Holcomb, the staff, and the players were able to get the call.
15. Got pass interference on the defense. It's on the way to be a first down.
That's a huge turning point penalty for Leeds that could have gotten off the field. Instead, a 15-yard pass interference penalty.
Well, they kept the drive going for them, and that's what you want to do. And Southside is doing an excellent job at, whether they maintain a drive or whether, they put Leeds in a situation to commit a penalty, they do it. But they're doing an excellent job in it.
So there you saw Fitz on the pass interference penalty. As back to action, Bryan under pressure. He'll throw across the field with a flag, and that pass is complete, or is it? There you see the officials, or at least the coaches on the far sideline say incomplete, but the official says McMichael catches it, but it's all coming back on a holding call.
Yeah, you had a hole right there at the quarterback. As soon as he was getting ready to make the hit, he just kind of drug him down.
A holding. Here, we play first down. Be set.
So instead of about a 20-yard gain, it's going to be a first down and 20 on the way. And that'll be back it up inside midfield, back at their own 45 for Southside.
And if you watch right there, he's holding him right there. And
tell you what, that ball took forever. Also, check that Cooney on the catch, but wiped off due to the penalty. And there you see the Leeds sideline thinking that was dropped or out of bounds, incomplete. No harm, no foul, though. Give goes to Teague, and he gets stood up as the Leeds defense starting to recognize that delayed give as Miles Jones comes up from his linebacker spot on the tackle. So that might be the final play of this third quarter. Southside in solid position right now, up 2 scores, up 9-0. And we'll wind down the final seconds of this third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up. 12 minutes remains between a crucial victory, what could be a pivotal program-making victory for the Southside Panthers. The final 12 minutes on the way here from Barney Hood Stadium on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Fourth quarter about to get underway as McMichael Waste presents our fourth quarter. 2nd and 21 upcoming. Early movement for the Leeds defense. Teague around the left end across the 45 to the 46-yard line, but no flags on the field, so everything at least clean operationally for the Leeds defense. 3rd down and 19 coming up. The Southside Panthers needing this win to remain undefeated in region play, but also more importantly for their program, if they can hold on and beat Leeds, one of the top 5-6 teams in the state this week, according to the ASWA rankings, it would be definitely a big step forward for the program. Line to reach for the first down at the Leeds 35. And we'll have a whistle. The play clock had gotten down to 1 as Miles Holcomb will use a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them as well. Early fourth quarter as Southside ahead 9-0.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
11 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the football game. Neither team has scored so far in the second half. The Southside Panthers defense has played outstanding so far this evening, holding Leeds to a big, fat goose egg on the scoreboard. James Hardy, Coach Eddie Bullock, and our FNN crew for this crucial FNN High School Football Game of the Week. That's a Region 6 Class 5A clash. Both teams undefeated in region play coming into tonight. 3rd and 19. McNair in motion. Bryan, plenty of time, throws down the field for McMichael. That's complete. He breaks free to the 10, to the 5. Give him 6. Touchdown, Southside. Big time play from the Southside reserve quarterback. Bryan throws down the field. An excellent box out position by McMichael, just outfighting his defender in Jeremiah Hall for the ball. And there you see Eddie McMichael taking it the rest of the way.
they get right there.
Coosa River Realty with that second look. Caleb Ogle on the extra point kick. That is up, and that is good. 11:02 remaining in the ball game. We'll take the timeout as the second look at Brian to McMichael for the touchdown. 55 yards out as we'll take the timeout with Southside leading 16-0.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
A huge 55-yard touchdown pass on 3rd down and long. The Southside offense was well behind the sticks as Brian hits McMichael for his second touchdown pass of the night. And the extra point makes it 16-0 as the kickoff coming from Caleb Ogle and Eddie. It's the danger zone right now for the number 6 Leeds Green Wave.
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think Leeds might have forgot to get on the bus tonight. They don't look like a top 10 team. I mean, not the way they play it now, but they show flashes, but I think it's more focus. You know, I just don't think they focus on mentally in tune to the game.
Ogle with the kick, end over end. As Hall drops it as it goes into the end zone, has to take it out and does so as he'll snake through the defense and gets tripped up at the 16-yard line. And so that was a Panther car wash kickoff. And luckily for Leeds, they were able to get at least across the 15-yard line after a miscue on that return.
And you got to credit Southside now, you know, because they got a lot to do with the way they playing. I mean, if you're not playing well, we're not going to give you a chance to play well. So hats off to Southside for being focused 3 quarters in about 2 minutes so far.
So is this a must-score drive for Leeds, Eddie?
Absolutely.
So Leeds now down a full 2 scores in nearly desperation mode, but still have some time. But they're backed up inside their own 20.
They got to score quick. They got to have explosion plays. Now, they got plenty of time, and they well capable of scoring. But I think if they don't score here, they may not get the football back again. If they do, it'll be late.
Nelson awaiting for the ball to be blown back into play. Leeds stagnant for the most part on offense tonight. They've been able to get some first downs and move the ball between the 20s, but not able to finish drives. Felder in motion. Nelson steps up, throws complete to Felder across the 25, taken down at the 26-yard line. Solid tackle that time in the secondary by the safety Brody McCutcheon.
And so far, Southside is not missing tackles. That was what you said, a solid tackle. He wrapped him up, kept it to a 6-yard gain right there, and, you know, they just being technique sound.
Second down. Nelson swings near side, complete to Dale. Around 1 tackle. And goes over another one to the 31-yard line, and that's going to be enough for the iCare Alabama first down.
And right there, Southside had 8 football players around the ball. 8.
So that tells you how well coached the Southside defense is. They've been at least surrounding the football with multiple players the entire night. McMichael Waste brings you our 4th quarter coverage. 10 minutes remaining in the football game. 1st and 10 for Leeds. Low snap, but thankfully for Leeds, the flag blows and the whistle blows the play dead.
And that's 2 or 3 bad snaps tonight, you know.
Got a false start. Here, we play first down.
Jeff Carr reminds us that that's a false start penalty. And with that low snap, that's actually a break for Leeds. Could have lost a lot more or turned the ball over instead, just a 5-yard penalty.
Right.
However, that means the clock will run, and that's to the benefit of Southside. And play blown dead due to the official's whistle. Don't see a flag on the play. See what the officials have for us. Really just trying to organize and make sure everything is good to go. No harm, no foul for either of the teams penalty-wise, so play will resume. Grayson Ford in motion. Nelson steps up, under pressure, rolls out, throws, and dropped incomplete.
Lack of focus, hit him right in the hands. Nobody near. Just don't look it in and catch it.
Second look, Brooks Ford drops that, what would have been a first down pass. Coosa River Realty showing us.
Look right there. Nobody's within 5 yards of him.
I think you might have been as close to that play, Eddie, as the nearest defender was.
Absolutely. He just.
Instead of a first down, it's a 2nd and 15. Leeds in trouble, down 16-0. Nelson surveys the D. Still holding on. Now runs. Breaks out of 2 tackles and out of bounds across the original line of scrimmage. And he'll be run out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Well, we had 3 guys pulling him up right there. So he gained 8 yards, but he still need 8 to go to get the first down. So, again, Southside is, being technique sound right here.
3rd down, 6 yards to go. Line to reach for the first down, the 41. Under 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. Leeds still shut out right now. Nelson, plenty of time. Throws over the middle, complete. Good throw to Gator for the first down and more, as that is the biggest pass completion of the evening inside the Southside 35 to the 34.
Great play, great catch, but again, watch the hustle on Southside part. Normally that's a touchdown for Leeds right here. But watch what happens. Okay, he's going to make a cut in there, and he should be gone on that cut. But instead, he gets ran down from behind right here. He gets ran down.
So great tackle from behind by Braden Bowers, the outside linebacker.
That's called not quitting on the play.
Nelson under pressure, getting surrounded, and goes forward back to the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit by the Southside defense, and again, Bowers leading the way for the Panthers. Under 8 minutes remaining, and Southside getting closer to a potential upset of the number 6 Leeds Green Wave.
And he would have been better off to throw that ball away right there to stop the clock, but the clock is still running because he got tackled. And
Felder in motion to the far side. Blitz coming. Flag on the play. Nelson trying to go out of bounds and does so for a solid 4 yards, but I believe that's coming back, and indeed the referee, Jeff Carr, signaling that's a holding call. We've seen this many times so far, as we'll find out officially from Jeff Carr.
Yeah, hold it right here. We play second down.
This has been the story of the night for Leeds offensively. When they've had chances in Southside territory, Eddie, penalties have absolutely killed some of their best drives. So another penalty, this time in opportunistic, at least for the defense of Southside. A 10-yard penalty will push that football closer to midfield for Leeds.
And I think I'm going to exaggerate it. You said 2 steps forward, 1 back. I'm going to say 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
You might actually be right on that one, Eddie. 7:20 remaining. Southside wants to blitz. Play action. Screen. Complete. Dale breaks out of 1 tackle. Cuts it up to the middle. And gets taken down. Good, solid containment that time by the Southside defense. Blake Phillips has played solid as he helps out on the tackle for Southside.
And there again, he had to make 4 guys. That's 1. He had to make 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th tackle, you got 3 guys swarming to the football. So, hey, I'll take that. You're going east or west. He's not going north-south. He's going east or west. And, hey, you can't score going east and west.
3rd and 15 from the 37. Grayson Ford in motion. Nelson looking for a receiver downfield and now throws, and that's complete shy of the first down to Gator, or let's see if what they rule it. No official indication yet. Southside's coaches says it's incomplete, but I think they're going to rule a complete ball for Leeds. And we're going to take a good look here. As it's going to be a 4th down and very close for Felder to being out of bounds, but it looks as if he just was able to keep that foot in bounds.
That's close. That's extremely close. But here's your ball game right here. I believe if they don't score, if they don't get a first down on this,
then the game's probably over.
Absolutely. That's what I believe.
And with that in mind, it's going to be a timeout for Leeds. So a big 4th down coming up for the Green Wave. We'll take the timeout here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
Well, actually, I think Southside called the timeout.
At iCare Alabama, our goal is to meet the needs of every patient. Dr. Dwayne Mohan and Dr. Ryan Price always strive for excellent outcomes. We want each patient to get the best vision and medical care possible. At iCare Alabama, we utilize all the latest technological advances to ensure that you receive the best quality eye care. So call for an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Piedmont, Heflin, Roanoke, or Atala and see the difference. Most insurance is accepted. iCare Alabama. Efficient, effective eye care close to home.
McMichael Waste brings you our 4th quarter as there's Titan Rich, the middle linebacker, coming back out for Southside defensively for a huge 4th down opportunity. Line to reach for Leeds, the 23 for the first down. Nelson rolls, looks downfield, under pressure, and throws, and that is complete for the first down with a flag on the play. A flag on the play, as we'll find out who this penalty is on, and this is a big flag for one of these 2 teams. An eligible man downfield. Here you go, Eddie. 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can see who got downfield on the replay right here.
So it was Gator on the first down catch. As that's going to wipe off what would have been about an 8-yard first down, what would have been an iCare Alabama first down.
Well, he's about going to have to throw to the end zone right now. But let's see if we can see who got downfield on this play right here. All of them dropped back.
Looks like the left tackle got downfield too early.
There it is right there. And they absolutely, that's a great call right there.
And the Leeds Green Wave back to the huddle. 4th down and long.
Hey, I'm running quarters coverage right here.
Nelson over the middle. That is complete for the first down, as dragging tacklers with him will be Felder.
Well, they got on the green right there, so I believe the Leprechaun came out on that play right there because, hey.
Great protection that time, and a big-time throw for Nelson and a big-time catch for Jalen Felder as he continues the drive on an iCare Alabama first down. Also a red zone opportunity from Law Patios, Pools and Patio as the carry goes inside the 10 to the 7-yard line for ZJ Dale.
Clock is not their friend, though, because you got to score. You got to get a 2-point conversion, and then you got to score again and get a 2-point conversion.
2nd down and 6 after a 4-yard gain. Football at the 7. Keeper for Nelson goes up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. 5.5 minutes remaining in the ball game, as Leeds still needs a 2-point conversion here, then get the ball back, score a touchdown, and also convert on another 2-point conversion. So a 7-yard touchdown run, thanks to Connor Nelson. Broke off the initial tackle and got into the end zone, but still a little work for the offensive Leeds High School, as they still need a 2-point conversion to at least move this up to a 1-score lead for Southside.
Well, James, and you talking, if I'm a poker player, you talking about it's possible, but you talking about having 4 aces.
Hey, you're also talking about the number 6 team in the state trying to pull this off. And they'll spot the ball, far hash mark.
See, they got numbers up to the top side of the field right there. If you can seal that cornerback.
Trying to throw back. Nelson, under pressure, throws, and that is to a lineman. Incomplete, however. No harm, no foul for the Southside defense. Great pressure that time from the Southside defense. Braden Bowers leading the way on the pressure. And that pass looked as if to a lineman out of desperation, but once again falls harmlessly to the ground.
Well, it wasn't a good route either. If I could get Jim to show it again, I'll show you on the thing. Tight end release. Say he released too flat right there. He should have came up and went out right here, and that would have gave him more space. Even if he catch that football right there, he's still going to get tackled for a loss. That was a terrible route right there.
And at 5.5 minutes to go in this ball game, that is a big stop on a 2-point conversion for the Southside defense, whose defense has come out ready to play from the start. So the Southside offense still up 2 scores, so 5.5 minutes to go now. As you know, Eddie, this is where time and score become huge favors for the home team. So let's see what Southside ends up doing on this kickoff. 5.5 minutes remaining. Our FNN High School Football Game of the Week, presented every week by the Grub Mart, home of the famous 99-cent bag of ice.
And you're going to have to. I mean, if he kicks it deep, I mean, I'd be surprised. But, I mean, you're going to have to try to get that football back.
Indeed, a little onside kick, and that'll just harmlessly go out of bounds across the way around the 41.
And now again, Southside's technique sound. He kicked that ball pretty hard, so you notice no player made an attempt at it because they knew it was going out of bounds. That's just being smart. It's a well-coached team.
So Southside, if they can hold on and get the victory tonight, they will go above their entire win total from the 2022 and the 2021 season. Miles Holcomb in his 3rd season as the head coach at Southside, and this would be by far his biggest win as the Southside head coach. A couple of clutch touchdown passes from Jordan Bryan this evening, and also a big field goal from Caleb Ogle. Give to Mason Teague, not going to get much, in fact, nothing that time. You have Josh Lee, also the middle linebacker for Leeds, Miles Jones, combined on the stop. So with Miles Holcomb and Southside trying to drain the clock, Southside will call the timeout, and will call the timeout as well. 16-6, Southside leading here on the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.
That Joe Biden and Hunter Biden were paid $10 million in bribes.
The floodgates are literally open here.
Mike Rogers is standing up to crooked Joe Biden in D.C. Mike Rogers is our way of fighting back.
The Food Barn in Raglan offers the best in good old-fashioned hometown service when you're shopping for groceries, plus the latest ways to get great food specials your way. Click on RaglanFoodBarn.com. Follow the Food Barn on Facebook and listen to The River for weekly specials.
Where you can get everything you need from down on the farm and it won't cost you a leg or an arm.
And they're open 7 days a week. For the best cuts on quality meats, great service, and great prices, it's the Food Barn in Raglan.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit.
Goes to Mason Teague on 2nd and 10. Right into the teeth of the stout Leeds defense as he gets right back to the line of scrimmage. James Hardy, Coach Eddie Bullock, and our FNN crew with you as another timeout called for by the Southside Panthers. And you have to give a lot of credit as well, or rather to the Leeds Green Wave, that Southside has no timeouts, but of little consequence right now. As Leeds, the team that needs to stop the clock, they use their second of 3 timeouts. And you have to give a lot of credit, Eddie, as far as what Southside has been able to do. A good game plan and been able to execute and really dominate for most of the game defensively.
Right, they have executed their game plan to the T. I mean, and I can understand what Coach doing right now. He can almost taste that victory, so he's trying to make sure that they got ball security, that they don't turn the ball over, that they stay in bounds, and that, being a little conservative, but he's still running because the clock is their friend right now.
3rd down, 10 yards to go. Line to reach the Leeds 43 for the first down. Snap, direct snap to Mason Teague up the middle, breaks through for the first down and more as he breaks free on his way to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Southside.
That's it right there. I think that's a great play right there. Nothing to lose. And he made an excellent backside cut right there. And, I mean, you can't do it no better than that.
A second look at that big touchdown run, the biggest touchdown of the high school varsity career for Mason Teague.
Look at that gap right there. I mean, you can drive 18-wheeler through it right there. Now,
Coosa River Realty presents you that touchdown run from Mason Teague of 53 yards out. Extra point by Ogle up, and it is good. Let's take the timeout. 5:06 remaining in the ball game. Your score, Southside 23 and Leeds 6.
At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're showing off our school spirit with our newly designed vertical Spirit debit cards. Now, these are customized with your favorite school's logo, and half of every Spirit card purchased goes toward your school. So, show off your colors and support your local school with the FNN Spirit debit card. You can learn more at fnn.bank. Member FDIC.
At Health Mart, we know you're searching for something more than a pharmacy. You're looking for convenience, so you'll find us close to home with a wide variety of services to meet your needs. You're looking for know-how, so we make sure the advice you need is always in stock. And you're looking for personal attention, something our locally owned pharmacy and friendly staff are famous for. So if you're trying to find a pharmacy that just clicks, look no further. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The Southside Panthers, 5 minutes, 6 seconds remaining from a huge region win and a program-defining win as well, as Ogle kicks it off to the near side to Jeremiah Hall, who lets it go out of bounds. But I tell you what, you look at a big-time play from a big-time impact player, Eddie. We just saw that from one of the top running backs in this state in Class 5A in Mason Teague.
Well, he did an excellent job right there, man. He just, that backside opened up everybody kind of zone block right there. And, he just didn't have a linebacker back there. They overshifted. And
they're going to be partying here in Southside if they can just hold on for the final 5:06 as they now have a 3-possession lead late in the fourth quarter.
I tell you what, though, Southside deserves it because they have played better tonight than Leeds. So, hats off to them. They deserve it. They've done a tremendous job.
Nelson under pressure throws. That's off of one receiver and complete to Grayson Ford down the field at the 40-yard line. A fortunate carom that time for the Green Wave, as that'll move the ball up the field from the 35 all the way to the Southside 40 for a gain of 25 yards.
Well, that's that rabbit's foot in that pocket right there, but Southside still is in the right position, so you don't get upset about that. You just.
Nelson, quick toss, dropped, incomplete. Linebacker Braden Bowers there on the coverage for Southside. 4 minutes, 44 seconds remaining as the Southside defense so far this season, as far as their season low allowed in points this year, was a 29-8 win in their third week of the season, the region opener at Lincoln. And right now, if they can hold Leeds to 6, would be a season low for them. Dropping to throw. Steps up and fires, and that'll be complete for the first down. Or they'll say a flag on the play. So a flag after the completion thrown by the referee in the backfield. They're still trying to figure out as far as who's going to get the penalty.
Dead ball, personal foul here.
They'll say the personal foul going on Leeds.
So I think they'll get the first down, and then they'll back them up 15 yards from where, since it's dead ball.
So you heard a hush in the stands for both sides after that flag was thrown. And like we've seen all night for Leeds, when they've been able to take a step forward and get into Southside territory, they've taken the penalty flag has brought them a couple of steps back. So a couple of pass completions that would have led to 2 iCare Alabama first downs in back-to-back plays, but instead, at least on what would have been the second first down.
Well, I think they're going to check to see if it's a first down first, and if it is, they're going to mark out the first down, then they're going to back them back up 15.
So it appears that it is a post-play penalty going on Leeds. Right now, it really doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things for Southside because they have a 17-point lead. So Jeff Carr tells us.
Ball, personal foul here. Results of the play will be a first down this way.
So very good call, Eddie. The play results in the first down when they measure an iCare Alabama first down, but the miscue after the play will mark it back 15 yards.
Well, you gain 25 and then you lose 15, so.
Yeah, it doesn't do you much good when you need points in a hurry if you're Leeds.
You're almost back where you started, so.
Yeah, the Southside Panthers right now, as we mentioned, still performing lights out defensively.
Well, they played a solid game all night, so, great game plan, great scheme, and great job to the coach, man, for keeping them focused. They've been focused all night,
Nelson rolls, looking, throws, and incomplete. In and out of the hands of the wide receiver Brooks Ford along the near sideline just in front of the Southside bench. Been a great atmosphere so far this evening here at Southside, and the home fans being treated as far as one of Southside's best performances in a consequential game in many years. They led 9-0 at halftime, and they've gotten huge touchdowns in the air, a couple of them from quarterback Jordan Bryan. A third and about 17 touchdown pass to Caden McMichael extended the lead to 16-0 late in the third quarter, or actually early in the fourth quarter. And then Mason Teague was able to break this game open from 53 yards out. Approaching 4 minutes remaining until the finish line. Nelson lofts one down the field, double coverage, good throw, and that is incomplete. Gator, the intended receiver, as he had to step on a couple of defenders, and it was a pretty good thrown ball there, Eddie. just through the hands of Gator that time, as you had Bowers, the linebacker, and McCutcheon, the safety, in coverage.
Well, it's just a tough catch right there because, I mean, it's like in basketball trying to make threes at the end. When you got to make them, they're a little bit tougher than making them when you're trying to make them in rhythm, you know. And the same way throwing that deep ball, I mean, yeah.
Nelson to throw. Scrambles. Gets the first down, breaks tackles, and goes inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
He took a shot right there, too. I mean, they laid that wood to him right there. He split it. Boom, right there.
Blake Phillips, the outside linebacker, delivering the shot on quarterback Connor Nelson for Leeds.
Just a little too late, right? Yeah.
Under 4 minutes to go. Nelson tosses, that's high, just gets rid of it, incomplete. Intended for Talon Gator at the far sideline.
It's just hard to make that throw right there after you done made a 25, 30-yard sprint down the field. Then you got to sprint out, throw back, cross your body again. That's just tough.
A quick preview of our game of the week next week, and we won't be far from here, just really on the other side of the Coosa River, as Coosa Christian will host Cedar Bluff for a 1A Region 7 matchup. So we'll be back in the Gadsden area at this time next week. 2nd and 10. Nelson fakes, under pressure, going down. Bowers on the sack, his first of the night, and a big one back to the 30-yard line. Great discipline that time by Bowers as he goes around on the blitz, does not go for the pump fake, and finishes off the play with the sack.
Well, they're just doing their job right there. I mean, he had one job, and that's to not go for that pump fake because the secondary got everything else covered. And he did his job. I mean, you know, hats off.
3:10 remaining. Nelson on 3rd and 15. Rolls, throws, has an open receiver, complete. At the near side, Felder out of bounds for the first down. Nice job of Felder getting open and almost tight-roping the sidelines. Second look.
And he almost got ran down from behind right there. It's a sprint right throw, and, you know, he made a good throw, good catch right there.
Eye Care Alabama first down. A Law Pools and Patio red zone trip. And we just saw our Coosa River Realty replay thanks to Michelle Green. And even 3 minutes to go. Southside looking to finish this one off. Throw over the middle, caught by Felder, and he'll get taken down at the 2-yard line. Now, Leeds' offense needed the 2 for an Eye Care Alabama first down, and I think they'll be able to move the sticks. Good look that time by Nelson, finding Felder over the middle for close to the first down.
And there again, you had 5 guys, 1 guy make the tackle, and 4 other guys right around the football. So
2nd and 1 from the 3. Connor Nelson will move up the middle and goes into the end zone for the touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run by Connor Nelson. His second rushing touchdown of the evening makes it now a 23-12 Southside lead. Our Coosa River Realty second look shows you Nelson having no issues on that touchdown run of 3 yards. And it's going to be a PAT try coming up. Avery Langford on the PAT. Kick up, and it is good. Timeout. 2:21 remaining in the ball game. Southside up 23-13.
Located in Alexandria, Alabama, Ron's Barbecue is now back open 10 to 8 Wednesday through Sunday. A local family-owned and operated business, Ron's is providing slow-smoked ribs, barbecue chicken, and more. Known for the huge buffalo chicken tenders and the delicious smash burger, Ron's is perfect for the family night out or a lunchtime meeting. Come on out and try Calhoun County's newest local barbecue. Located in Alexandria, Alabama, Ron's Barbecue is now back open 10 to 8 Wednesday through Sunday. A local family-owned and operated business, Ron's is providing slow-smoked ribs, barbecue chicken, and more. Known for the huge buffalo chicken tenders and the delicious smash burger, Ron's is...
Kickoff coming up, an onside kick for Leeds. And it'll be fielded without any issues by the Southside Panthers right at midfield. Late in the fourth quarter, James Hardy, Coach Eddie Bullock, and the rest of our crew at Barney Hood Stadium here on the campus of Southside High School. Urban Rustique on Highway 78 in Oxford brings you our FNN High School football game of the week each and every week. And we're just about 3 weeks away from their big fall festival coming up on October the 28th. 9A to 9P at their Oxford location. Also, they'll have a spooktacular costume contest on October the 28th involved with that fall festival. Shotgun. Give goes to Teague. And he'll be slammed down about a couple of yards by Stone, the defensive tackle for the Leeds Green Wave. I'll tell you what, when you look at this game, Eddie, and how Southside has played very well, their line of scrimmage, especially defensively, but their offense here in the fourth quarter up front has made enough plays to give them a solid lead.
And that's the key. They hadn't dominated Leeds' line. It's just they made enough plays to make some things happen, and Southside is taking advantage of every opportunity that Leeds give them.
Jammin Brown gets an early start that time.
False start.
Jeff Carr signals the false start, so that'll move it back 5 yards and stop the clock momentarily. But for Leeds, it's more than desperation time as they have just one timeout remaining, and all Southside needs to do really is just hold on to the football and run out the clock. Certainly one first down will put this game away. A program-defining win in 144 for head coach Miles Holcomb and the Southside Panthers. Teague the call, and he'll get taken down right at the line of scrimmage at the 45-yard line. Clock will continue to run. Coach Jerry Hood for Leeds decides not to use that final timeout. Leeds a solid season coming in to tonight. They lost to Mortimer Jordan 31-28 in their season opener, but have won 4 in a row coming in. They won last week 48-14 at home against Sylacauga, and they'll have 3 of their next 4 to close out the season at home. In fact, we'll be seeing them against Moody in 2 weeks for our Battle of the Belt. 3rd and 14. Give to Teague. Runs around Henderson. Stays on his feet. A flag on the play. If that's a face mask and a 15-yarder, Eddie, that may be a first down and wrap up this ball game. That's what the Southside sideline thinks it is. We'll officially find out in a few moments from Jeff Carr, our referee. So you have the trio of officials going over what exactly happened as Teague went around the corner right at the sideline near side in front of the Southside bench. The Southside sideline can certainly taste that huge victory coming up. I'll take another look here in a moment at that last running play from Mason Teague. Fourth quarter brought to you by McMichael Waste. So right now, with under a minute, the game is academic at this point. But we'll find out exactly what went on right in front of the Southside sideline.
Personal foul, face mask. Here.
So it is a personal foul, face mask. So you can put a red and black bow on this game tonight, as that'll be an I Care Alabama first down by penalty for Southside.
Well, I think Southside wants you to put a pink and gray bow on it.
You're right, as well as they're certainly donning at least the pink shoes and some of the pink outfit as well, as far as when it comes to that cancer awareness.
I love the gray units. Like I said earlier, I had some when I was at Anderson, and I think they look great. But I think Leeds can load the bus right now.
And as you know, the best formation in football for the winning team, the victory formation. So Southside takes a knee. They'll have to snap the ball just one more time before they close out a huge win and maintain their lead atop the Class 5A Region 6 standings. They're outside the top 10 this week, but I imagine they're going to be in the top 10 this week as they've come up with their biggest win in years here at Southside High School. One more snap. Bryan takes the knee, and the Panthers begin to celebrate. The Southside Panthers win wire to wire this evening against the number 6 team in the state of Alabama. Your final score, Southside 23 and Leeds 13. We'll take a timeout and begin our postgame after this.
Located in Alexandria, Alabama, Ron's Barbecue is now back open 10 to 8 Wednesday through Sunday. A local family-owned and operated business, Ron's is providing slow-smoked ribs, barbecue chicken, and more. Known for the huge buffalo chicken tenders and the delicious smash burger, Ron's is perfect for the family night out or a lunchtime meeting. Come on out and try Calhoun County's newest local barbecue restaurant.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of Fred Wilson, Danny Shears, Carolyn Henderson, Terry Howell, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Our beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you're considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at Calhoun County. You'll be glad you did.
A program-defining win this evening at Barney Hood Stadium for the Southside Panthers as they improved to 6-1 on the season, and they upset the number 6 ranked Leeds Green Wave 23-13, a game that Southside led wire to wire as they took a 6-0 lead after one, 9-0 at halftime, and it was 9-0 through 3 quarters of play before Southside was able to pull away in the second half with a couple of touchdowns, as we'll take a look at our highlights in the first of many big plays, Eddie, for Southside on this 49-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Bryan to Cody Cooney.
That's just a great throw, great catch, and again,
And that was a third down pass as well. A couple of third down touchdown completions, actually third and longs, as Cooney able to score from 49 yards out to make it 6-0. And then this is a big play, too, a 39-yard field goal from Caleb Ogle. No doubter there to make it 9-0 going into halftime. And then Ogle had a rock-solid game until the fourth quarter. Here's another big throw. In fact, one of the biggest plays of the night. Third and about 17. As you see the combination of Bryan to McMichael from 55 yards out. And then this salted, or at least the second look here, as far as that touchdown passes. There you see McMichael, Eddie, just box out his defender.
Yeah, he did a great job. Great hands. And again, they capitalized on every mistake that Leeds made. Southside did a great job capitalizing on it.
Yeah, and there you see probably the biggest play of the night to extend the lead to 16-0. But also, it was Leeds able to at least come up with their first touchdown drive of the fourth quarter. In desperation mode by this point, as Nelson able to find an open gator for a big first down into Southside territory. Inside the 40-yard line here in the fourth quarter for Leeds. Nelson getting plenty of time, and this was on 4th and long as Felder was able to come up with the first down catch that eventually led to the first of 2 touchdown runs in the fourth quarter by Connor Nelson.
That's a little too late right there. I mean, great run right there, and they had it all night, yeah.
Just follows his blocking that time and gets into the end zone. And a big 2-point conversion play defensively. As pressure applied and nowhere that Nelson could throw the football to an eligible receiver. And then here's the play that salted it away for Southside.
Well, it shifted to the Wildcat formation right there, and he started inside zone read. He stuck his foot in the ground and went out the back door.
Mason Teague, one of the top running backs in the state of Alabama, goes from 53 yards out on 3rd and 10. That made it 23-6. And then one more scoring drive for the road for Leeds. That pass deflected by Felder and completed to Grayson Ford for a first down to the Southside 39. Here's a fake and a sack from behind by Bowers, the linebacker. And eventually Leeds got it inside the 5. Second touchdown of the evening and the final score of the game for both of these teams as Connor Nelson capped off the scoring from 3 yards out. But you have to give Southside a lot of credit for imposing their will, and they were actually really the more physical team tonight, Eddie.
Well, they did it from the start of the game to the end of the game. I mean, they outplayed them. I mean, and that proves, I mean, you don't have to have a bunch of Division I players on your team to be successful because they technique and fundamentally killed Leeds all night.
We'll take a timeout. We're waiting on Coach Miles Holcomb and Mason Teague to join us, so we'll pay some bills, and we'll be back after this.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
program-defining victory tonight at Barney Hood Stadium. Southside 23 and Leeds 13 as we're awaiting head coach Miles Holcomb and star running back Mason Teague as they're both talking with one of the local reporters before at least coming with us. But before we get to them, Coach Eddie Bullock, what, as far as this program in your eyes, especially in your coaching, with your coaching past, with this type of win, what does it mean for a program like Southside that's trying to make work their way up the 5A standings?
Well, that is the next step. I mean, it gets you ready to beat the number 6 team in the state. I mean, you know, and I can remember back when I was coaching, you know, in the playoffs, and we got a 14-0 win over Fayette County at Fayette County. I mean, this is huge for them, and they played a great game. I mean, they didn't deviate from their game plan, so hats off to them, man. I mean, they did an excellent job.
Well, we have Coach Miles Holcomb stepping up to the microphone. And, Coach, congratulations on a huge victory tonight.
I'm proud for our guys. You know, we had a great week of practice. I mean, we was coming off of a super emotional game last week with Boaz, and you know, it was a kind of an easy week to kind of get them back reeled in. You know, after a week like last week, and so we knew what we were up against. We knew how tough, you know, Leeds was going to be. We knew how physical they were going to be, because that's kind of how Coach Hood is. I mean, so much respect for him and his program, and just for us to be able to find a way to kind of pull this one out and play really well. I mean, just super proud of our guys.
Coach, you talk about Leeds' physicality, but it looked as if, especially with your defense out there, that you were able to answer and give the physicality right back to Leeds.
Well, you know, I mean, I think our defense last week kind of got, you know, I think they kind of jumped on us a little bit last week with Boaz, and I think they had something to prove tonight. You know, they had heard all week about how, you know, nobody knew if we could hold up defensively, and they didn't know if we could do this and could do that defensively. And I think our guys just kind of came out this week, and they had something they wanted to prove. And just, I can't talk about how proud I am of those guys, because, you know, there was times when, you know, we were exhausted there at the end on defense, and our guys just found a way to kind of at least force them to, I think, 10 minutes run off the clock in the last 2 drives. And I know they punched it in, but, you know, regardless of that, like, it took so much time off the clock that, you know, we were kind of able to find a way to get a score in one and kind of get enough of get a first down where we could take a knee in the game there at the end.
Well, Coach, this is Coach Bullock. First of all, congratulations on your big win. But, you know, you try to make steps as you go along. And with you coming in, you know, I think y'all played a very solid game. And with you coming in and they stay in technique sound against the number 6 team in 5A, how does that make you feel as a coach, you know, at this point?
I mean, I'm just proud of our guys. I mean, I can't, you know, talk about how proud I am of them, because I love coaching this football team. I love coaching these guys. That's what we tell them every week, you know. You know, we tell them in the huddle after every game, win or lose. And I told them after Gunnersville, you know, when, you know, we felt like we played well enough to win, and, you know, just couldn't find a way to punch it in there at the end. We told them then, like, if you don't love being part of this team, like, something's probably wrong with you, because they're just such a close group. And then we told them last week, after finding a way to kind of come from behind there late, you know, that they can measure size, they can measure speed, and they may say, you know, they don't have this or they don't have that, or this guy's hurt or this guy's this, but, you know, it's hard to measure connection. And these guys have that in abundance. And our guys just come to work every day. They knew what our record was in October, November the last couple years, and that was something that we wanted to fix. And so, you know, my hat's off to these guys for coming into work every day throughout the week, because, you know, they know it's a grind sometimes, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And they came in here and they went to work this week, and just couldn't be more proud of them.
Coach, congratulations on the win, and we'll send it over to Mason Teague.
Yes, sir.
And a big win for Coach Miles Holcomb and the Southside Panthers, and we bring in star running back Mason Teague. Mason, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you, sir.
Just talk about just how big for this team tonight's win was.
You know, that's a huge game. Nobody's believed in us all season long. They've always counted us out, and we were doubted this game too, and it was huge for us to come out here and prove ourselves and get the chance to show how really good we are.
And Mason, I got one question. It's Coach Bullock again. Congratulations, but What did you see on that last play when y'all shifted to the Wildcat and you were able to stick your foot in the ground? Just tell me what you saw.
You know, I took a few steps to the left and it just got wide open where I could fit up to the next level. And then once I got to the next level, I made a few dudes miss, broke a little tackle, and it was just off to the races. It was a great feeling.
I tell you what, Mason, I talked with Coach Holcomb earlier this week, and he was really complimentary as far as what Jordan Bryan brings to the table as far as his film study and the good decision-making that he has at quarterback. But I tell you what, you and Jordan had some really timely big plays this evening.
Yes, sir. Jordan's done a great job. You know, the first of the season we had our QB1 go down, and ever since then he's just took it upon himself to really lead this team in a great way that we need it. And he does his, like off the field work. He studies his butt off, and he puts in that work. And every day he's working, getting extra work in, and he's done a great job leading this team to where we are now.
I got to ask you before we let you go, how fun is that post-game locker room going to be?
It's going to be great. We're definitely going to turn up and celebrate the big win.
Well, we'll let you do exactly that. Mason, congratulations and good luck the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I imagine that's going to be one festive locker room, Eddie, as we sign off. And, Eddie, your final thoughts on a big-time win for Southside tonight.
Well, just congratulations to them, man. Hey, I like to see, close game. And the better team tonight won that game. I think Southside led from start to finish. And, it's not so much what Leeds didn't do, it's so much what Southside did, and they did enough.
They will have an open week next week, probably a timely open week for them, as they'll face Alexandria on October 20th here in Southside. And for Leeds, they'll also face Alexandria next week at home against the Alexandria Valley Cubs. And our FNN game of the week next week, just right up the street, really, on the other side of the Coosa River, here in the Gadsden area, Coosa Christian against Cedar Bluff, 1A Region 7 action next week. And don't forget, the FNN Coaches Show from Struts Wings in Oxford, as I'm sure Southside's going to figure into that Power 5 rankings for our FNN Power 5. As there you see also where you can catch all of our FNN programming as far as our 24/7 Sports Channel 1. And a big thanks to all of the folks behind the scenes that made the FNN Game of the Week possible this week. So from Barney Hood Stadium here in Southside, for Jim Jacobs and my wingman, Coach Eddie Bullock, and our FNN crew, James Hardy signing off. Wishing you a happy Friday evening and a great rest of your weekend as you have been watching the FNN High School Football Game of the Week.